station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is station. We are ready.
ESA, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Jules Rancière from the European Space Agency.
European Space Agency, this is Luca on board the station. How do you read me? How do you see me?
We see you very well, Luca, and hear you loud and clear. I hand the mic over to Enrico Saggese.
Ciao Luca, ti vediamo benissimo, vediamo ancora sul tuo viso.
We can still see on your face the same joy with which you came to station. We have more than 30 people here who are very interested to hear your first impressions of these first few days. So I will pass the microphone on. Have a good day and have fun with us.
Ciao Luca.
Hi Luca. I'm Enrica Battifoglia from ESA agency. The ATV vehicle. Albert Einstein is en route to the space station, and I wanted to ask you if this arrival will result into an extravehicular activity.
Innanzitutto buongiorno a tutti, ciao Enrica.
Hello everyone, hi Enrica. As far as I know, for now everything is going on track. ATV is working as it's supposed to, so there are no plans for any EVAs. The ATV is a completely independent vehicle. It works like a robot on its own. And we will monitor its approach and finally its dock to the station.
Ciao Luca, sono Massimiliano Zampini.
Hi Luca, this is Massimiliano Zampini from Solo 24 Ore. Before you left, you answered a question from me that you felt a great responsibility about this mission, particularly because of the crisis that's undergoing in Italy. You're going to be gone for 6 months, which actually are not very many, considering what's going on in Italy at the time. So, what would you like to find that has changed in Italy when you come back? As you said, 6 months feel like a long time, but they go by very quickly. In fact, time is already flying. It's already been a week, and it feels like a day. What would I like to find? I would just like to find one thing, that our great country, our great Italy, I wish that it may find its way to go forth. I believe that at this time the word harmony is what we need to look for within our country and in the rest of the world.
Ciao Luca, sono Marilu Lucrezio.
Hi Luca, Marilu Lucrezio of TG1. I would like to know, how do you pass your days on board the International Space Station? And what issues have you experienced regarding the absence of gravity and things that are flying around, and what does that all entail? Days on board of the station are very, very intense. That's why time seems to fly so quickly. So we get up at 6 a.m., we use Greenwich Mean Time. So we start prep activities, and we set up experiments and physical activities. We usually work about 8 hours a day. And then we have a couple of hours of physical activities that are mandatory. And then we work on many experiments. And the rest is maintenance activities on the station. The difficulties? Honestly, everything is a lot easier. you need to be careful where you attach things, where you place things, because in every dimension it's possible to find something. And so you can lose objects and instruments. But I've been doing well as far as adapting. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've had very few problems with adapting. So I'm extremely happy to be here.
Quali sono I momenti?
What are the moments,
finora,
the most beautiful and the least pleasant that you have experienced on this mission?
Sicuramente uno dei momenti che ricordo con più gioia.
Surely one of the moments that I remember with the most joy
entrando alla stazione
is opening the door from Soyuz into the station. It's been a very emotional moment to come with the colleagues with whom I will spend the next 4 months. But this intense emotion of entering into the structure of the space station. I was curious to see our labs. Many of these elements were built in Italy. So definitely a great emotion. The ugliest moment, honestly, I couldn't say. Because until now, it's been a great adventure.
Ciao Luca, sono Marta Melli.
Hi Luca, Marta Mellis from TG24. I would like to know a little bit more about your adaptation time in these times, in these 10 days. What's it like to not use your legs, and what's it like to be up there looking at the Earth?
La risposta è che è semplicemente
the answer that it's simply fantastic. I couldn't describe. You would need a poet or a writer to be able to describe what you're experiencing, this feeling of being able to move in 4 dimensions.
Nel comprendere quali erano gli spazi e dove sono le varie parti.
For me, adaptation has been understanding what the various spaces are. But aside from that, there hasn't been a problem with adapting. As far as looking out to the world from the window, from this viewpoint that is so special, seeing how planet Earth is so fragile with its thin atmosphere, and looking at its incredible beauty, it has been absolutely extraordinary. And talking about my spirit, it elevates it. And
Buongiorno Luca, sono Valentina Antonello.
Hi Luca, Valentina Antonello from Brain News 24.
Camminerai nello spazio.
On the 16th, you will be conducting a spacewalk. How are you preparing for this adventure, and what do you expect?
Sicuramente sarà un impegno molto importante per me.
Surely it will be a very important undertaking. Extravehicular activities are complex operations, and it's necessary to have a lot of training. Now, it's many months that I've spent in the spacesuit, and now it will be conducted as a real activity. I'm excited. My focus will be on the procedures so that I can complete my task. Fortunately, with me I will have a very experienced colleague who, just a few weeks ago, he completed his 4th EVA. So I will be open to everything he'll be able to tell me,
E poi una mia piccola aspettativa
so that I will be able to create new memories.
Per l'Italia è un momento importante. Acquisire una capacità
as far as for Italy, this is an important moment.
Per noi per evolvere nella nostra funzione di astronauti come agenzia.
So that this is a very important step for us to evolve
Ciao Luca, sono Paolo di
Hi Luca, Paolo di Civiti of Messaggero.
Tu fin da bambino hai detto che sognavi di fare l'astronauta.
Ever since you were a child, you dreamt about being an astronaut. So even for those looking at you from there, are you starting to see something?
No, purtroppo c'è stata una piccola caduta di segnale. Può ripetere la domanda?
Unfortunately, I lost the signal. Can you repeat, please?
Ciao Luca, sono
Hi,
Paolo
Luca.
del Messaggero. E tu hai detto che fin da bambino
You said that ever since you were a child, you dreamt about being an astronaut.
guarda da lassù.
Also, to understand who's looking down at us from above, are you starting to see something?
Ma io vedo, vedo tutto continuamente, guardo fuori
But
ogni
I see
momento
everything all the time.
appositamente qui in orbita non
I look out
non ho portato
at every
attività che
free
possono
time that I
distrarmi
have.
e semplicemente vorrei poter guardare ogni momento libero, guardare fuori alla finestra e ammirare
I didn't bring any activities that may distract me because at any time I would like to be able to look out.
di quello che il nostro
So
pianeta,
it's an ongoing discovery
che offre e poi
of our planet and
in
its
questo momento
marvels.
è un periodo particolare della nostra orbita, siamo quasi costantemente illuminati e uno dei
This is a particular time in our orbit.
molto rari sono le nubi
One of the phenomena that we can see
notturne, che in questo periodo sono come
are
delle
the
apparizioni fantasmagoriche
northern
con
lights.
blu altissime nell'atmosfera.
So right now they're
Atmosferiche.
like
Questo è
apparitions
qualcosa
in the
che
sky.
neanche nei sogni avrei potuto immaginare.
So this is something that even in my dreams I couldn't have expected.
Ciao, sono Giulia Bianconi del Tempo.
Hi, Giulia Bianconeri from The Time. I would like to know
Qualcosa che avresti voluto portare nello
if now there is something that you would have wanted to bring that you didn't, and if there is something that you would like to take home from space.
Per adesso, dopo una settimana, devo dire che non ho ancora non
For
mi
now,
manca
after a
ancora
week,
nulla.
I have to say that I'm not missing anything yet.
Un caffè espresso ristretto ogni tanto farebbe piacere, però in realtà
Well, maybe a little one-shot
qui il menù della
espresso,
stazione, non c'è nulla che mi manca, sono veramente contento di
but here on station there is nothing that
È qualcosa che vorrei riportare a terra, beh,
I miss. I feel like at home.
il messaggio di
As far as bringing back,
comunità che abbiamo qui a bordo della stazione e non solo, questa sensazione di libertà che
if there was a way to bring the sense of unity and freedom that we feel on station.
Ciao, io sono Alessandra D'Angelo.
Hi, Alessandra D'Angelo from
Vorrei sapere
Radio
qualcosa
Rai.
di più sugli esperimenti
I'd like to
che
know
state conducendo.
something else about the experiments that you are conducting.
sì, anche se è passata solo una settimana,
Yes.
io ho già finito
Even if it's only been a
questi
week,
giorni, proprio stamattina,
we've already
la prima fase di un
completed
esperimento molto
in these
importante
past few
che si
days,
chiama
this morning actually,
Pro-Gay,
an experiment
che è un esperimento, è una dieta particolare per cercare di
An experiment that is
l'osteoporosi
a specific diet
che avviene durante la permanenza nello spazio. Questo è uno degli esperimenti che
to define the bone loss that happens in space.
di permanenza in orbita con altre
There's so many experiments that we will
e proprio proprio
continue
oggi,
to
quindi, ne posso
do over the next 6 months.
un altro esperimento che inizierà a breve arriverà
Another experiment
ne arriveranno
will
svariati
arrive with the ATV.
europei, anche italiani.
Actually,
In particolare,
several will
che
arrive.
credo sia particolarmente interessante e
One in
che aspetto
particular,
con ansia,
which
è
is particularly
sicuramente il
interesting,
nostro esperimento italiano
that I'm waiting for,
sulla combustione, il green
is our Italian experiment
che
on
permetterà
combustion,
di
green air,
accendere la fornace qui a bordo della stazione per bruciare questi biocombustibili
which will allow
e
to
cercare di ottenere
light up in the furnace here on station some combustibles
possibile. Quindi
so that
sicuramente
we may
degli
try to
esperimenti,
obtain
molto
some
interessanti con
clean
risultati
combustions.
immediate.
So, very important and interesting experiments with immediate benefits.
Di Pino di Seuti a Menius. Tutto il mondo ha visto la tua gioia.
The entire world has seen your joy when you came into the space station.
Qualcosa che ti ha veramente stupito?
Is there something that really surprised you more than any other? Is it as you expected?
Beh, sicuramente il taglio di capelli del mio collega Chris Cassidy mi ha colpito, mi ha
Surely my colleague's haircut, Chris Cassidy's,
non lo sapeva nessuno,
surprised me.
è stato, quasi l'ho preso quasi
No
come
one
un
knew.
complimento, perché insomma radersi completamente i capelli
So I almost took it as a compliment.
uno
So he shaved his hair to
sicuramente un bel gesto di amicizia.
welcome me, somebody with a bald head like me.
L'atmosfera della
And the other
stazione.
thing that struck me
È un'atmosfera veramente
is the atmosphere on station.
magari, tutti questi macchinari intorno
It's a very friendly atmosphere.
asettici o
Things around you may be intimidating or may seem cold and not welcoming, but the environment has been very welcoming. And
in un ostello con degli amici tutti insieme. Poi certo,
it's a little bit like being in a hostel with some friends.
molto particolare. Però ecco questa
And then the work environment is very particular.
Forse è quello che mi ha colpito.
But the feeling of finding yourself at home. Daniela Cipolloni from Wired. I would like to know if you think that Italian industry in the future might be able to exploit better the International Space Station, and if so, how?
Sicuramente tutte le agenzie mondiali possono utilizzare
Surely
meglio la stazione.
all world
Il tempo che la stazione
agency
è poco,
could utilize the ISS better.
Secondo me è quasi come se 8 ore al giorno
The time on ISS
funziona abbastanza.
is very
Il
little.
modo
Only 8 hours a day are not enough.
L'industria italiana, ma tutte le industrie.
But it's absolutely necessary for Italian industries and all industries
Perché lo spazio è il nostro futuro.
to invest more into space. Space is our future, and of this we need to become aware. The sooner we do it, the better.
Noi siamo ancora
ISS is entering this experimental phase.
dei materiali, l'immagazzinaggio.
Usually we spend a lot of time
Quanto serve portare su,
in managing materials.
portare giù le altre
And
cose e quanto invece sia
We're still learning how
how
important it is to bring things up to station and down from station. So once we'll be able to exit this phase and enter a purely experimental phase, we'll be able to utilize better the station. Another way to use it even better
avere più distribuzione delle informazioni, ovvero far capire alla gente che c'è
is to have better distribution of information.
alle università, ai ricercatori che c'è la possibilità di
There should be ways to make industries and university understand
di inventarsi proposte
how to step forward
all'Agenzia Spaziale Italiana
and propose
per poter utilizzare
how to use the resources that we have here.
Station. That concludes the event for today.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
ASI and media participants. Station, we are now resuming operational audio comm.